Canada Consumer Price Index (CPI) to pick up for second consecutive month. Core rate of inflation held steady at 1.4% per annum in July. Sign up. Join Dalef's currency analyst David Songlive to cover Canada's CPI report. Trading the news. Canada Consumer Price Index (CPI). Another uptick in Canada's Consumer Price Index (CPI) may rattle the near-term rebound in USD as it puts pressure on the Bank of Canada (BOC) to deliver another rate hike over the coming months. The BOC may continue to implement higher borrowing costs as the level of GDP is now higher than the bank had expected, and Governor Stephen Pawles and company may prepare Canadian households and businesses for another rate hike at the next meeting on October 25 as the central bank notes that there has been a slight increase in both total CPI and the bank's core measures of inflation, consistent with the dissipating negative impact of temporary price shocks and the absorption of economic slack. As a result, the shift in USD behavior may continue to unfold throughout the second half of 2017, but a below-forecast CPI print may encourage a more meaningful correction in the exchange rate, especially as the Federal Open Market Committee (FOMC) embarks on a more aggressive approach in moving away from its accommodative stance. Impact that Canada's CPI report has had on USD during the previous release period. Data released estimate actual pips change 1 hour post-event pips change end of day post-event July 2017 081820171 123,000 GMT 1.2% 6870 July 2017 Canada Consumer Price Index CPI USD 5-minute chart. Canada's Consumer Price Index CPI increased for the first time since January, with the headline reading climbing to an annualized 1.2% from 1.0% the month prior. Nevertheless, the core rate of inflation held steady at 1.4% per annum during the same period, but signs of budding price pressures may encourage the Bank of Canada (BOC) to further normalize monetary policy in 2017 as the central bank warns the factors behind soft inflation appear to be mostly temporary. The Canadian dollar rallied followed the print, with USD slipping below the 1.2600 handle to end the day at 1.2583. How to trade this event risk video. Bullish CAD trade headline. Core inflation picks up in August. Need a red 5-minute candle following the report to favor a short USD trade. If market reaction favors a bullish loonie position, sell USD with 2 separate lots. Set stop at the nearby swing high. Reasonable distance from entry. Look for at least 11 risk toward. Move stop to break even on remaining position once initial target is met. Set reasonable limit. Bearish CAD trade. Canada CPI falls short of market expectations. Need a green 5-minute USD candle to favor a short loonie position. Implement the same setup as the bullish loonie trade, just in reverse. Potential price targets for the release USD daily chart. Check out our USD quarterly projections in our free Dalef's trading forecasts. USD may continue to retrace the decline from the summer months as the 1.208 61.8% expansion region offers support, while the relative strength index RSI deviates with price and threatens the bearish formation from earlier this year. In turn, dollar-loonie may make a more meaningful attempt to break out of the downward trending channel from May, with a close above the 1.2350 38.2% expansion hurdle, raising the risk for a move back towards the former support zone around 1.2440 23.6% expansion. Keep in mind the broader outlook for USD remains tilted to the downside as the pair fails to preserve the bullish formation from 2012. Interim RDSISTANC 1.2770 38.2% expansion to 1.2830 38.2% retracement. Interim support 1.1890 78.6% expansion to 1.1920 May 2015 low. USD retail sentiment. Track retail sentiment in real time with the new gauge developed by Dalef's retail trader data shows 69.4% of traders are net long USD with the ratio of traders long to short at 2.27 to 1. In fact, traders have remained net long since June 07, when USD traded near 1.3498. Price has moved 8.6% lower since then. The number of traders net long is 8.7% lower than yesterday, and 11.0% lower from last week, while the number of traders net short is 7.0% lower than yesterday, and 5.8% higher from last week. Written by David Song, currency analyst. To contact David, email dsong@dalefx.com. Follow me on Twitter at @davidsong. To be added to David's email distribution list, please follow this link.